But making his return, right? Very
winning return, man.
Is Mr.
Should have been let back in.
You only come when you win.
Out your brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wheel him out when they take licks.
Wheel him out. Wheel it up.
And look, like you get little 7 goals now. You pull up.
Number one, we didn't take licks. Yeah? We didn't even play. It was the FA Cup weekend. It's all right. Behave yourself, right? And we're out, just like you.
Yeah.
You may as well.
Who knocked you out? Them, no?
No, but you may as well have went out at the same time with us. You're ready for that couple of weeks off.
Here we go. He's back. He's back.
You could have went away for a weekend or to be chilling instead of going there with added stress.
Time, all of that stuff.
Listen, it was still worth every minute. Seeing you lot in melt. Yeah, it was. Seeing you lot in meltdown, holding up a Kai Havertz shirt outside the Emirates.
Yeah.
Your little fans.
Didn't last long,
did it? And actually, your scumbag. Poor Chido jumping on this poor young kid in his actions. You know what I'm saying? Disgusting from some Arsenal fans.
Didn't last long.
You know what I mean?
Well, listen, don't associate me with that.
Yeah.
But what happened to
you and your mob? Yeah, your lot.
But what happened to this?
And now you scored 7 goals. This is them. I tell you what, we'll be better off against Real than we would against Atletico. Now all of a sudden you don't need no striker. Cronky's a bless. You know what I mean? Wait, what are you striking? You don't need a striker now.
The way the narrative changed.
You don't need a striker now.
Bro, you need a striker.
You see that now?
What would I ask him is, right? What happened to this? Xerxes. Yeah?
Squirts.
Remember him?
Anyway.
Xerxes, bro.
To take it. It was enough to make you man cry.
Whatever happened to you?
It's like...
You know what I mean?
I've got one more other thing for you.
So Odegaard, he missed his last penalty. Where's he?
No, but he won't go like this.
No, he was blowing his nose instead.
He was going like this.
He was blowing his nose, wiping his hair.
Whatever happened?
Asking for more from you.
Also,
listen.
I also need to ask you one other thing. Whatever happened to Rasmus?
He's chilling on ice here. He's just waiting to just get his form back. Ready for Sunday.
It's a long chill. Anyway.
But you could have had a couple of weeks off, for real. I'm just saying, man. I mean,
the week off helped.
Chilled out,
Week off helped.
We need the gate receipts, mate.
Couldn't have a week off. The gate sandwiches in the old canteen. Anyway, smash the like button, get your comments in, people. Right, today, obviously, as you can see, new graphics on the screen. Shout out production in the gantry back there. We've got a nice little graphic there for all of the games that we'll be previewing in the Premier League this weekend. Of course, though, we must start with rounding up the Champions League fixtures. PSV 1, Arsenal 7, right? What a resounding score that was for the Gunners. PSV totally just rolled over, but you have to give credit to Arsenal. It's a tough place to go. Liverpool lost there with obviously a much weakened team.
Yeah, it's a weakened team.
You were at the game. When the goals kept flying in, I mean, you must have been on cloud 7.
I mean, 7 heaven. It was an amazing performance by Arsenal. Don't make no mistake about it. That game came with a lot of pressure. There's a lot. Even I saw you guys. Who's going to score? Said Abby. Who's going to score? Right?
Everyone.
Who put the ball in the PSV net after effing team did, right? Like, that game came with
asking who was going to score.
That came.
I know.
Look,
changing it
I've
now.
already had this conversation with him this morning.
Be real, right? That game came with a lot of pressure. We haven't been scoring goals, you know what I mean? So nobody saw that coming. I must admit, when I looked at the team sheet and I saw Perisic playing for them, I was like, he's played for Tottenham, didn't he?
36.
We're going to score a lot of goals today, man.
And you
know what? You put your mouth on it. When you were there in the studio, you think I weren't watching. There, who's going to score? Running up your mouth. You thought that we were going to get turned over. I actually thought that Arsenal would win. I was like, it's going to be a tight game. And I think we can get a win there, right? Because I'm like, the problem with Arsenal at the moment is that we all know we haven't got any backup. If it don't work on the pitch, we're in trouble because we can't do what, say, a Liverpool can do and bring on loads of firepower. So I thought to myself, but I did think that this game's going to be a little bit different because I'm like, they cannot just sit back for the whole game like what we've seen Forest do, West Ham do, even Leicester. They can't. They're going to have a go at some stage because they can't come to the Emirates with a negative result. They can't come with like a 0-0 or something. They need to get a goal. And I think the minute we got that early goal, that just changed the dynamic of the game.
It was just after they should have scored as well.
Yeah. But actually, we had a goal disallowed. Remember, because we were excellent from the start. We were on them right from the start. Against the runner play, they had that one. They hit the bar, and then after that, once we scored, and then once we got the second, they had got to come. They got to open up, and then we just had a field day. And it was a great performance and a great result. And listen, I'm not even going by the Liverpool one because when you guys played them, obviously, you already topped the group, you're already through, so you played a really
dead
changed
rubber
team.
for us.
But the game that I was going on was when they played Juventus, and they turned Juventus over, and that's why I was a bit worried, and I'm telling you, right, when sometimes you go to games, right, Flex, right, and you guys will know this, you all go to games, right, and there's a vibe around that game. So there's a carnival going on in Eindhoven at the moment. Everyone's in fancy dress. Got into the ground. They gave everybody flags. There's a real party atmosphere. The atmosphere.
Usually
was
like
sick,
that in every European game. Really.
Yeah, but that one was
teams that is on it.
But that one was ramped up, man. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, this is going to be sticky.
These are in a good mood.
Yeah, and then even earlier on, we was at a restaurant, and this PSV, they were mad confident, man. And this guy goes, "You want to be smiling at 9?" And I said to him, "No, I'm going to be smiling at 11." And he said, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." So they were mad.
Did you go back and see him after?
I wish I'd have seen him afterwards, man. But they were mad confident. So it's a great win because, as I said, that ain't like you've gone and it's like an easy game. That was on paper a really tough game. Listen, over 2 legs, I still fancied us, but to win the first leg and effectively be through already.
I have to say, obviously, all props to Arsenal because you handled it, but that defending, some of the defending, one for the third one. My man's gone to kick the ball and just fell back and gave it to Marino.
Yeah.
I'm going, what? Some of the defending was
still
awful,
a nice finish by Marino, though.
Yeah, it's a good
We
finish.
were clinical, innit?
But you were clinical. Trossard, a little dink. Calafiori, weaker foot. You deserved it. What? Miles Lewis Skelly should have got sent off, though. You're very lucky with that. I don't know how. Even he went, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
The discipline.
Very lucky. He's a kid, though, isn't he? You know
can tell he's over, and because he's aggressive.
He's a young kid,
now, though, isn't
he needs to.
He's a young kid playing out of position. But he's been doing brilliantly this season, and I don't think he should have got a yellow card for the first one. I'm wondering, did the referee think there was a bit, because the first one was a bit, I was like, yeah, what, yellow?
But when you are on yellow, you can't.
The only thing is that referees saying it, the threshold for the second one is very high, so that's probably why he got away. But he was lucky.
Yeah. And Arteta took him off.
We're still 2-0 up at that time.
But yeah, listen.
So what are you saying? So that means. So what do you take from this? Does this mean that
what I take from it is we're through?
No, but going forward, everyone's saying how we're going to score stuff. You just slap 7.
Listen.
Against a team like you said.
Let me just state.
What does this mean?
Let me just state this here.
Okay. So what it means.
Arsenal on their day can beat anybody with their starting 11. They're a very good side, right? But the problem that we've seen over the last few games is, what if it's not working with that 11? So I look at, and I'm sure we're going to get to your game, right? So we'll get to so if we used to look at Liverpool's game last night, everybody will say they were lucky, they were fortunate. Listen, they rode their luck. Brilliant defending at times, and great, it could have been a sending off. We were sure we'd get to that, but great saves by Alisson and that, right? But it weren't working for them on the pitch. Right, they're able to take Salah off, right, which we could never do that, and they could bring on Harvey Elliott and Núñez, and that's what's won them the game.
Chiesa didn't even come on,
but that's what's won you the game. Yeah. The changes, that's what we ain't got. So that game against Forest now, it's like your game last. Well, we were dominant. Not that we were under the cosh, but it needed a change. It needed someone to come. It's not working, and we see games like that throughout the season, and that's what we ain't got, and that's why fans were so angry in January. You know what I mean? Because, why didn't you go out and get those? Harvey Elliott and Núñez changed that game last night. It is a smash and grab, but it's because they've got the ability to do that. We don't have that ability. So, yeah, if it works...
You do with everyone fit, you got to...
if it's working on the day, but what about when it's not working? And that's the problem. That's, with the injuries and without going and buying players... I think that's.
So can you score goals again now? I just want to know. Does this?
I'll be careful because people could put 7 past you.
Well, no, listen, we're not on to the preview. We're going to lose.
We know.
The ability is there. The ability is there to.
Liverpool loving us. Get ours out.
Listen, the ability is there to score goals. I mean, even Calafiori, some of his finishing has been excellent. I mean, these guys have got, but we still don't have an out-and-out striker, and we still don't, And I've got to say, Ethan Nwaneri.
Some talent there.
He's really talented kid, man, and he's, how we didn't, right, Abby. Even you have to admit this, yeah. I know you're an Archie Gray lover, yeah, But how did Archie Gray win that London? Carried the team on what back? What have they done?
Anyway, I'm actually
on the game.
Arsenal. Can we move on?
On the actual game, I agree with everything you said, and that is genuinely one of Arsenal's best ever nights in Europe. So listen, 7-1, no easy feat, away from home in Europe, big 'em up.